Good day, grade 12 learners. Welcome to today's business studies lesson. My name is Siri Sotlaka, and we will be looking into investment insurance, particularly focused on insurance concepts. Now, we are looking into application and practice questions. This would help you to practice and be able to cope with whatever question you might face for the exam. Now, read the scenario below and answer questions that follow. We have top traders, TT. Top traders bought stock worth 400,000 but insured it for 300,000. A fire in the warehouse destroyed stock to the value of 60,000. Now remember, our instruction was to read the scenario and answer questions that follow. Our first question says to us now, name the insurance clause that is applicable to the scenario above. So one thing you should know when you're thinking about investment insurance is that you should think of yourself as an insurance company and also think of yourself as a business needing the insurance. So to say, how would you deal with such so that you have full knowledge, and then one day, should it happen that you start your own insurance company, you'd be in a better position to deal with such scenarios. So now, the question here demands of us to name the insurance clause that is applicable to the scenario above. So, as you can see, we have top traders who bought stock that is worth 400,000. This is the value of your stock. The value of the stock is 400,000. But what you see here is that now the insurance amount, this is how much the stock is insured for, which is 300,000. And what we see there, we see that the value of insurance is not equal to the value of stock. So what happens there is that we see under insurance, there is under insurance there, or the business is underinsured. So with that being said, we need to look into a clause that would be applicable in this situation. In a situation whereby goods are underinsured, we know that a clause that has to be applicable is supposed to be average clause. So that is how you answer the first question. So your answer here is supposed to be average clause. So let us go now into our solutions. So the answer here, as we said, because property is worth 400,000, or the trading stock is worth 400,000, and the insurance amount is worth 300,000, we see under insurance, as we said, so the damage now is 60,000, because that is how much stock was destroyed. So the clause that is applicable in this case, because of under insurance that occurs here, is what we call average clause. Is average clause. Now let us look into the second question. The second question talks about now calculate the amount that top trader will receive as compensation from the insurer and show all your calculations. So what is key here is to start with what now? You start with your formula to say now your formula is supposed to be amount insured, because remember the question requires you to calculate the amount that top trader will receive as compensation from the insured, and you need to show all your calculations. So you show your calculations by starting with the formula. So amount insured over the value of, in this case, we're going to say value of stock, or it's supposed to be market value. So value of stock, how much is the value of stock? The value of stock is 400,000. So multiply by the damage. Then when we calculate now, we have to substitute to say, how much is the amount insured for? The stock is insured for 300,000. Always be careful with that. Check, insured it for. This is 300,000. Over, now, what are we checking? The value of stock, or the market value. What is the market value over there? The market value is 400,000. So we're going to say here 400,000 100,000, and then we say multiply by the damage. The damage is how much? 60,000. Now, whatever answer you get, you should know that the answer should not exceed the 60,000. That is my tip for you, especially when you are heading there and you know the calculations and you are unsure. Your answer should never be above 60,000. Why? Because the situation that is occurring here is under insurance, meaning the owner of Top Traders will not receive more. They will not receive more because they are underinsured. They should receive less than the damage because they are underinsured. So the answer there is supposed to be 45,000. Why is it 45,000? This is because the stock is 400,000, but the insurance amount is 300,000, but the damage is 60,000. So they have to calculate in proportion to the amount insured. So this is to say the business will receive 45,000 from the insurance company so that they could pay off or deal with the damages, and the rest will be paid by the owner of Top Traders. So that is how you deal with average loss, and this is how you calculate average loss. And note that some questions may ask, why did Top Trader receive 45,000 instead of 60? So you should explain that this is because Top Trader is underinsured, and in a case of underinsurance, they have to be paid in proportion to amount they're insured for. So in this case, they're not saying you are not going to get paid because you were underinsured. You have to be paid because you were paying insurance, but your insurance was under the value of the actual stock or the value of the asset you are paying for. So this is how much Top Trader would receive because they were underinsured. Now, with that being said, let us take a short break and we will continue with another practice question. Thank you.